Hey everyone, Catch 'em All Collectibles here. Today I have a different kind of video for you. I'm going to show you how I package graded cards. So I just grabbed 3 orders that I was packing up tonight just to demonstrate. I think packaging, it's a fairly simple thing, but for someone who's new it might be a little intimidating. You want to make sure you do it the right way. You want to make sure the card doesn't get damaged in transit, and I think a lot of people tend to maybe overthink it and overdo it in some instances. I've shipped thousands of cards, and the way that I'm going to show you to pack them, I've used successfully on thousands of cards. I think I had one issue in the past 7 years where a case got cracked and it looked as if it had been run over by the mail truck. So even if it had been double boxed in that case or packed, overpacked a fair bit, I think it still would have suffered some kind of issue. So anyways, I'll get right to it. I just grabbed 3 cards of like varying monetary levels because I do change my packaging. I don't ship a $20 slab the same way I ship a $20,000 slab. And you won't see a $20,000 slab right here, but I'll kind of discuss what I do at the highest end. So top left, we've got this Ghibli from Hidden Fates, sub $100 card. All I use, these are basically just your standard padded envelopes. I think they're called like craft eco mailers, or I can leave a link in the description for what I actually buy. But the 2 sizes you're going to see here, I use a quad 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and a double 0. And the way that it works, you'll see right here, you always want to get your business card in there. So I fold the business card in the packing slip, put it inside number 1. I don't even seal number 1. I just invert it and put it into the double 0. And then you get a nice tight seal. And this is where a lot of people will tell you, you've got to tape the seam, you've got to tape the edges, you've got to do all this and that. I don't do any of it. Some people might say that's not sufficient, but I don't want to show you the address, but this one I taped over the address. I do use the label, the address labels. I've got an adhesive address label. I might do that in another video. I actually use, for years I used an inkjet printer. Then I finally upgraded to a laser. And a year or 2 ago, I upgraded to a thermal printer. Anybody who's doing high volume, it's so much cheaper to do thermal labels, but I'll stay on topic for this video. Yeah, so the sticky thermal label is kind of a second layer to ensure that this stays sealed. But for sub $100 cards, I've done it thousands and thousands of times. One issue at most. And again, I think that would have been an issue in any other situation anyways. So I think this card was a little over $100. So anything between 100 and say 250, I'll do one more level of protection. So same thing to start. I've got these cardboard cutouts, and again, I will link in the description. I've got a tape measure here handy. I think they're 6 by 9. So a 6 by 9 cardboard cutout. A lot of people will do their own custom. They'll take a box, they'll cut it so it all fits perfect. They'll do rubber bands. That's probably the best way to go, but it's fairly time intensive. And one thing I'm always short on is time. So I buy these 6 by 9 cardboard cutouts, fold it over, and then the same thing. I don't tape. Tape inside of a package is usually not a good idea, so I just fold it over, and then you'll see I'm doing it a little off camera right now, but it fits very snug in the quad 0 padded envelope. And then again, I don't seal it, but I invert it, put it in there, and then now we've got 2 layers of bubble wrap as well as the cardboard. I mean, that's pretty indestructible. And then this card, I think this was around 400 and something, maybe towards 500. One thing, you see the graded card sleeves here. I do send all my, just to prevent minor scratches or issues during transit, I put all my slabs in the Ultra Pro graded card sleeves for that. But same thing, business card, fold it over, get your 6x9 cardboard, wrap it tight, and as I said, I mentioned with the Sea King card that's generally what I'll do for 100 to 250. So for 250 plus, and I say plus, but there is a higher limit on it. So at this point, what I do is I take that same packaging and then I put it in a small flat rate box from USPS. It is fairly, this is something that I've actually been rethinking recently. I think I'm going to increase and do the basic double padded envelope shipping up to $250, and then I'm going to add in the cardboard maybe up to $1,000, and then only do this for above $1,000, because this shipping costs about $750, whereas in a double padded envelopes it's about $350. So that $4 doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when you're doing dozens to hundreds of shipments in that $250 to $1,000 tier a year, it really does add up. And so anyways, I did mention I would feel comfortable, and I've done this probably up to about $10,000 in the past. When I get above $10,000, I think I'm getting into that tier that I mentioned earlier, probably overkill, because I mean I've received very, very high-end purchases well into the 5 figures that were in something like this. But I'll just take it another step and I'll get like a medium flat rate box and just put some kind of packaging in, set this in the medium flat rate box so that it can't move, and then you got the inner cardboard, the box, the third box. I mean, you're really at that point, you're gonna cover yourself for anything reasonable that you could expect. I did have this pack here. I didn't sell this, but the way that I ship packs, I do the graded card sleeve bag, and then I do a semi-rigid, something that you'd submit, like this is an Ultra Pro one, but a semi-rigid card holder, could be like Card Saver 1 is probably the one most people think of. That just keeps the card from, or the pack from being able to bend, and then I pack it tightly in this same thing. And into a box. I mean, depending on the pack's value, I might go into the box, but that's what I do for packaging. Graded cards. If this video was of any interest to you, if you're curious about the best way to ship other things, feel free to leave any questions or comments. As I mentioned, I'll leave in the description links to a couple of these things. They're not any sellers that I'm affiliated with. They're just sellers that I frequent because they give me a good product at a good price, and I will get a kickback though if you use my link in the description, because it will be an affiliate link as always. But thanks for watching, and feel free to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And I appreciate you all watching. I'll catch you all later.